In the last couple of videos, we looked at how to start a town and also what you should do before you start a town. And that led to us building the town hall. Well, not building it, but placing where we wanted it to be, which you can see here with all this construction tape and all of these lights. What I thought would be nice today is to actually build the town hall. So obviously it will just be built to level 1. And if we go over here, this is our town hall block, right click that and go to build options, we can see everything that we need. Now, on top of needing these resources to give to our builder in order that they can actually build the town hall, we're also going to need to clear quite a lot of land here. Get rid of all these trees and grass. And if possible, I want to try and find what level that the builder is going to start taking all of this grass away, because you'll basically need to flatten a lot of this. So I'm going to help her out with all of that stuff, clear this area, and that's going to be the first thing we're going to do in today's episode. And as of the last episode where we did the little replay mod thing, where we've got the time lapse of the builder's hut being built, which was just over here. Today we're going to do the same thing with the town hall, so we'll have a little look at that being built, and then we'll have a look around it. Now, I don't think this will take too long of the episode, so I'm sure we'll get on with plenty more things after it, but for now I'm going to go and do a lot of work off cam to get all those resources and also clear this whole area. So I've mentioned before that this is my own mod pack I created, so it has a few different mods in it that are kind of fun to play with. Now you might see here I've got the Nether Star, and that's because one thing I wanted to do, I thought could be fun for videos, is to make up an Illuminati pet. So it needs the Nether Star, emeralds, and the diamond, as you see here. So we're going to make that up, and if we go and hover over it, it will tell us what it does. So it spawns a random item when you right click it, and it can also give you invisibility, which is pretty cool. Each of those has a cooldown on them. Its favorite food is emerald nuggets. So in this feed bag right here, I'll have emerald nuggets, I think, for one of these other pets, but that's just like the food they like to consume. So let's go ahead and right click it and see what we get. So right click, okay, and oh wait, did it go into my backpack maybe? Oh, did it just give me air? Did it say? I know it can give you air as one of the things. I feel like if it gave me something else, it would have turned up in my inventory. Okay, let's try that again. But what I thought is that like each episode at a random point, we could just see what we get from this. And I was going to make a special chest somewhere, so I'll do that while I'm waiting for the cooldown. And I thought what we could do is maybe build something out of it, or just keep track of like everything I get in each episode. And yeah, it just could be like a fun little thing to add to each video. Okay, so I'm going to place the chest down here. The Illuminati Pet's ready to go again, so let's right click it. And boomerang confirmed, it says. Okay, looks like that one did work somehow. I think it actually starts with a cooldown. That's maybe what happened. Right, let's take this out of my backpack. So this says throw to gather items, and it returns to you. Okay, kind of interesting. You know what, let's just turn off this a second. This is my backpack here, which is automatically picking up at the moment. Let's go ahead and just chuck down like some pizzas here, like this. Now, if I use the boomerang, if I right click, is it, okay, you have to charge it up and then throw it. Okay. Let's get picked up the items. It comes back. Okay, cool. So that's how that works. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what the use for that is going to be, but here we go. The Illuminati Pet in there, and we'll put that one in there. And yeah, this is just something we could play around with, I thought, in episodes. Just something a little bit fun to add each time. As you can see, I've cleared out a lot of the area here now for the town hall. The only things left are the torches that are here, but again, the citizens will still continue to gather around this town hall, so it's definitely unsafe, especially before it's built at all, and I don't want them to die. And also, there will be some ground leveling need to be done, but I'm not entirely sure exactly what level that's going to be done at. So one little tip is what you can do is just watch your builder, and in a build like this, once the builder gets started, the first thing they will do is clear the land. So if you see them starting to say take out like this level here and this level here, but then over here when you're lower than this level they start to place dirt down, you can get a pretty good idea that they're basically trying to get it to this level. For a build that is big like this, sometimes it's a good idea to go and do the digging and the dirt placing yourself just to speed things up. So what I'm going to do though is go in here, go to build options, and we get our builder, who is Chelsea. She's doing a great old job, so build building, there we go. So she's going to do that, and then we'll be able to see on the resource scroll what she needs once she gets started, and that will give us remote access. But while we're going around and gathering all of the resources that we need to give her in order to build this, which I believe I can still see in here in is there a build options thing here? Okay, I guess not. There was before, but I think now because we've started, we'd have to cancel the build and stuff to do that, which we don't want to do. But basically, once she comes over here and gets started, the resource scroll will show us what we need. So, oh, there we go. She started work. So she's saying now all the stuff she needs. There we go. It's loading in. Now, what we can do is go away and get all these resources for her. And while we're doing that, she'll make a start on clearing the land. So it's just being efficient, and particularly for some of the bigger builds in this, or if you're building a lot of things, being efficient is obviously a really good idea just to speed up what you're doing. So one thing I do want to do before I go over and start to gather these resources for her is just check on here. So she's worried about guards, which I'm not too worried about. She's also a bit hungry, so let's perhaps give her a little bit of food. Now, I wonder if she likes pizza. Can I give you a couple of pizzas? Let's see if she'll eat this. Okay, her hunger doesn't seem to have changed, so I'm going to try giving her just some normal food right now. Let's give her a load of that, take these pizzas back, and see if she starts to eat this bread. And yeah, I think basically if they're hungry, they're not going to work as well. They might even stop working entirely or die or something like that. And for the builder, we don't want that to happen. For my other citizens, I'm not too worried because in an upcoming video, I'm going to show you how to get citizens with much better stats from the early part of this game. You see here, like these stats here are all like single digit stats, but it's pretty easy to get some citizens in with multiple digit stats, like, 20s and stuff like that. Anyway, I'll show you that later on. But why is she not eating? Okay, so I just checked, and although these hunger bars are empty, when I go down to her happiness, her hunger is on green. So it's positive, so she's happy with that. So maybe it's because like these need to go all the way down before she's technically hungry, or maybe she just recognizes she has the food on her and is okay. Either way, it doesn't look like she's going to do any clearing land. It looks like she's waiting for me to get her the resources. So I'm going to go ahead now and do that, get all these resources in place. And one thing that I like to do, I'll just show you guys actually, I've been doing a fair bit of work off camera, and having the excavate mod in this is really helpful. You can see all of this stuff I've got here. So I've got dark oak logs, got the planks, I've got myself stairs here, and all this stuff, so slabs, doors, fence, all that sort of stuff here. And then I made these here are the vertical frames. The reason I made so many of these is because when you put them in here, you can turn them into other ones, and often you'll need them. And I know that I'm going to be doing dark oak, oak, and spruce as most of my builds. So I started with dark oaks. It's one of the easiest to get a lot of with the excavate mod. This is the excess stuff here, and now I've been moving on to oak. But I think it's a good idea to do this if you're looking for something to do in your game. You just go and get a ton of resources. It'll speed things up at moments like this. The other thing that I like to do is then start getting everything organized either in my inventory, or in this case maybe in my backpack, and separating out the materials that I need. So when I have the one campfire, make sure I put that somewhere like separately so I can keep track of it. I'm just trying to give you guys little like tips on like how I play the game as I go through, because some of these may help some people. Obviously everyone watching this is at a different stage of the game, but if you like these tips, or if you have any questions or anything like that, please do feel free to ask or give me feedback down in the comments. Okay, so as you can see, the town hall has been built. Obviously it's level 1, so it's not overly impressive at the moment, but let's have a little walk through and have a little look at what we've got here. So I'll do this in F1 to give a better view. We got this little thing here, I don't know, just a little undercover area here. I guess maybe like a little gate almost. Yeah, it's decorational, right? It's fine. And then this is the main town hall area, of course. So just having a little look up in here. Again, there's not a lot to say about it. It is just level 1, but I do like to have a little look through and just see, the citizens are enjoying it, right? They're all here. They're enjoying it. There's a bed by the fireplace, right, that they can enjoy. That's kind of cool. This is some sort of table. I don't know. They can put things on, right? I guess the porch area. They got somewhere to hang out, right? I do like the chimney with the smoke. I do think that's really nice. Just like it feels like your colony is starting to develop when you start seeing smoke around different places. It's kind of a good thing. So this is it. This is our current town hall at level 1. Obviously a long way to go until it looks as cool as it does at level 5. But it feels like the town's coming together now. It has a central point, and that's kind of nice. So with the town hall built, I just wanted to talk through some of the things that you can do through the town hall block itself. So let's go over to that and have a little look. So first of all, on the main page right here, you see build options. That's if you want to build it up to the next level, which we'll of course do in a future video. You can of course rename your colony if you want, and I think it might be nice to give this a name that's a bit more inventive than Kysen's colony. So I think I'm going to do that in a future episode and have a little think about that one, but that's how you do that one, of course. And here you can hire mercenaries if you want. So it says here the information about these, you can read this, but essentially if you're struggling during a raid, you can hire mercenaries mercenaries to help to defend you. But yeah, they will take some things as a consequence of you hiring them, essentially. So then we have this top tab here, the information right here. It tells you all the stuff here that's happened. You got these permission events and colony events, right? So you can just see like different things that people have done. So this is a person in my colony that did this, and this is permission events here, so citizens spawning and stuff like that. If you just want to log on, what's been happening, you can see there the number of builders you have, children and unemployed. So this general overview of your stats, including your overall happiness and the number of citizens in your town. So it's kind of a useful one right there. Then in permissions here, I've talked about this a little bit before, but you can add players if you want to. You just type in their IGN and add them in, and you can get really technical with all these permission things through here. So you can actually select like what each job can do and make it very like technical. So you can turn things here on or off over on the settings page, and then as you can see down here, there are tons of different settings for this. You can even add your own rank if you want, create your own rank, and then have people in. So if you're playing on a server or with friends or something, you can control everything they can and can't do, which is really useful and obviously protects your colony and all that sort of stuff. So then you got the citizens tab here. When you click on that, you can see here, you can see your citizens and get like an overview of them. You can also recall them if you want to bring them back to the town hall, and they'll instantly come back. So you can do that if you wanted to give them something or something like that. So that's that one there. Pretty simple, pretty basic one. Then we've got the settings down here where we've talked about this before. Now I have the worker hiring mode to manual, so I can choose the best person for the job rather than having it automatic if I click through it. And I do the same with housing, because in order to get babies, which we will talk about in a future episode, but you want to have men and women living together and then you can get babies. So if you have it manual, you can control that. And if you don't want to have babies, you can just put men living with men, women living with women, and all that good stuff. And then you got here the option as well to just turn kids being born on or off as well, which makes things easier. So I've sort of double done this. The reason that, so obviously with kids being born set to off, you might think, well, it doesn't matter what you set this to. But the other thing to remember is that your citizens like to live in a house that is near to their workplace. So you can, like, if you do it manual, then you can make sure that the citizens are living near where they work, and that'll increase the happiness and productivity of your town. So that's why I do both rather than just this one down here. And then obviously show help messages, which is up to you. Then over here, you can edit your colony flags. You can make like a really nice colony banner flag thing if you want. I'm not going to talk too much about that. I might mention it in more detail in like a future episode or whatever, but that's just how you do that if you're wanting to. You can also click your team colors and stuff here if you wish. So then you got this here, happiness of your town. You can see my happiness is pretty good. Social factor right there. It gives you a little overview if you hover over it. So it says decreases happiness if colonists are unhappy due to sickness, unemployment, homelessness, or starvation. We've got a lot of unemployment and homelessness here at the moment because I haven't built any houses, which is why housing is also red, but everything else is going pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with that at this stage. So the town hall really is a central hub for you to get all the information you need about your town and its citizens, and also nice to have like built, I think, as just a center point for your town and a little protective area for your citizens to go to every time it turns nighttime. So the way I'm going to do this series is kind of like a tutorial let's play style, and there will be videos and there'll also be live streams. So if you guys want to make sure that you're catching those, then please do consider subscribing and turning on notifications for that. You can also join my Discord, link in the description, and join notification squad if you want to get a ping there every time I release a video or start a live stream. But the video lengths will vary depending on what I'm talking about. For today we've done the town hall, and I feel like I don't need to make this video any longer, so it's gonna be a little bit of a shorter episode. But obviously all of my streams and things, once I've streamed them, will also be able to watch. You'll be able to see everything I do on those streams if we go through and do like a big project or something like that. And for some of the bigger videos and the bigger topics that we'll cover later on in this series, then the videos will be longer. So yeah, that's just kind of how I'm going to do that. Hopefully you guys are cool with that. The dad jokes are of course coming, guys, but just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Did you hear about the mathematician who was afraid of negative numbers? He stopped at nothing to avoid them. What does a house wear? A dress. What should you do if your dog chases people on a bicycle? Take away the dog's bicycle. Why don't you ever see hippos hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He just needed a little space.